All right, so we're working on the Chevy truck again. It won't start, and I believe I know why. So it has an aftermarket alarm. It's not unlocking. It's kind of done this before. But what happens is, so I've unhooked the actual siren itself, but you can hear the fuel pump start. But nothing happens here. It happened before where you could just get in here and override it. So I've done everything I could. I unhooked the battery for at least a half hour. Nothing. So I'm gonna unhook the battery fully, and then I'm gonna take off the dash right here, and then I'm gonna cut out everything for this alarm because I believe it's bypassing something for the ignition. So I'm just gonna go through that and chop everything out so that we can get this truck started again. Because it's just stuck in this mode of like, where none of the remotes, I replaced the batteries. I'm holding the remote right up to the antenna, pressing all the buttons, nothing. It's not acknowledging the remotes at all, so kind of fun, but I'm just gonna take it apart and cut everything out. All right, just gonna unhook the battery because there's gonna be a lot of cutting, and I'm tired of listening to that dong 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 dong. All right, unhooked. All right, so it is a 9/32, or it's millimeter, but 9/32 is working. All right, let's see here. Yep, there we go. It's just a pull, rip out. Oh, cool. That looks like it's the culprit there. Wow, look at the, oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at the rat's nest right here. Look at there's a relay right here. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Oh yeah. Oh, there's another relay right here. Oh, there's blue masking tape up here. Oh, I can't even understand why it wouldn't start. This should have started completely fine and easy. So that's fun. Well, I think first thing is first is trying to figure out what everything is. What is this thing? Yeah, this right here. Seems like that's supposed to be plugged in over here. Is that what my problem is the whole time and it wasn't the alarm? Is that a neutral safety switch or a park sensor? I don't even know how that got over there. All right, let me get the key. That should unlock that. Yeah, okay. Now is that where that's supposed to go? Okay, now we can't get out the key, of course. I don't know, maybe that was the problem the whole time. I don't know how that would have came out. But let's go hook up the battery and see if that was the problem. That's pretty odd. All right, still doing its thing. The remotes are still not responding. Nope. No, I didn't think that was it. That was weird that was disconnected though. The remotes are still not working. So I'm guessing we're gonna have to find the wires where it bypasses the ignition and reconnect those, and then we'll go from there. But all right, so everyone that has this kind of connection that is just kind of harnessing the power going through it. I was pulling those off. I'm looking for the ones that are actually bypassing the ignition. And it looks like it's this yellow one and this yellow one. And then it looks like it's this yellow one and this yellow one right here. So these two feel like they should go together. And it feels like this one and this one should go together. So I'm gonna try that out and we'll see if she starts. Because everything else is pretty well bypassed. I just pulled, disconnected all of these that are just piggybacking off. I believe it's just sending power for Windows, remote start, all that. This alarm had all the bells and whistles, and none of the fuses are popped, so it's none of that. So I think it's just the fact that this thing is like 20 years old that it just gave out. So I'm hoping that that is the issue. I think that these wires are here for the light up here, and yeah, look how that just popped right out. Great. So I feel like it's these two that should be connected because they're about the same size. This one's pretty close to being the same size, but it's not. So I'm just going to connect those and see what we got. All right, gonna reconnect the battery. See if we got any electrical fires. Well, so far, no. All right, let's see. Just jump those two wires together. I'll do a better job if this actually works. Booyah! We did it. All right, so now I just need to clean up the wires and fully cut that off. So it was these two wires. So pretty excited about that. Was able to bypass the whole thing, so that's pretty sweet. All right. So we will now go through and start cleaning up all the wiring. All right, so I'm going to use these solder heat shrink connections. Got my DeWalt heat gun. So I'm going to finish disconnecting. It's probably ground straps and stuff like that, signal wires. I'm going to finish disconnecting this rat's nest. I'm going to see what's going on with these ones. I'm going to clean it up as best I can. I'm going to take out these other ground pieces that it had going on right there. So this is just a jumper wire. I'm going to disconnect these, pull these two closer together. I think this is the main culprit, so I'm going to solder connect all those together. There's wires coming out over here. I'm going to just try to clean everything. Okay, yeah, okay, there's that too. I'm just going to try to clean up everything as best we can, and then make sure it still starts, and then good to go. All right, so I just wanted to show you, this is where I like it, where the insulation is past the colored part on both sides, and then the two wires are actually like, let's see if I can get my fingers here, they're overlapping each other on the solder part. So now, just gonna put the gun in there. I usually like doing the two ends first, so then it holds the wires better, and then focus on the center. They have these for all different wire gauges. I've had really good luck with these, so I definitely recommend them. I usually think about stopping when I see the solder flowing. Then I know it's made like a really good connection. I go all the way around. Now keep in mind, right now this thing is really hot, and if you want it to be straight, you got to leave it alone because it's kind of molten. So when it cools down, then it gets pretty firm. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through, finish cleaning up all the wire, and then I'll bring you back. All right, so I got her all cleaned up. Have it running right now just to see if anything's gonna burn down. So I had to use a jumper wire over here because it wasn't long enough. I'm leaving these on just because it had to cut into the wire, and they seem to be snapped on pretty well. So I think it's safer just to leave those on. Otherwise, I'm going to have to electrical tape all kinds of stuff. So yeah, there was a ton, and I mean a ton, of interesting wiring. So we got this one, which might be my favorite. So it is a normal wire into speaker wire. Yeah, so that's a keeper right there. Lots of daisy chained wire, just a huge rat's nest, relays, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, there was a ton of interesting wiring underneath the hood. Got all that nice and chopped out. There's the, I guess, the receiver, motion detectors, all that stuff. Most importantly, it is running. And that is what I am most happy with, that it is currently running. I've had trouble with that alarm system over the years, so it is now good to go. I just don't have remote unlock and lock. What I didn't have that recently anyways. So there will be a link in the description for these heat shrink connectors. I use them on tons of projects. So yeah, if you have any other tips or tricks for me, or if I did anything wrong, or you don't like the way that I did this, just let me know down in the comments. But thanks for watching. We have a ton more videos coming out. This was just sitting here since our we just came back from a 33-day road trip with that guy. So if you want to see those videos, they'll be in the description. But thanks for watching. Now I can finally get this off the street.